Okay, so here we are gaming once again on Linux Kubuntu. Today we're playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. It's the newest Deus Ex game that Eidos Montreal has created, and it actually runs natively on Linux. I purchased it through Steam. I believe they have two other versions of Deus Ex on Steam. The one right before this is Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I believe they have one before that called Deus Ex. But in my Steam library it shows up as Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition. Neither of those two run natively on Linux, but this one does, so I figured we'd try this one first. So we'll go ahead and get it started here. I'll check some of the video settings. It lets you watch a 12-minute recap video, but we'll go ahead and skip that and just get right to the gameplay. I'm only going to play through the first tutorial mission, and then pretty much right up until the main game starts. It's pretty long. It's a pretty long tutorial. It takes about 50 minutes or so to go through, so it should be some interesting gameplay. The game actually looks really good, even though it came out a few years ago. It was kind of the initial Cyberpunk, before Cyberpunk came out, so it's got some pretty interesting storylines. But we'll go ahead and get it started here.
251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa.
Okay, so here's a first introduction to the main protagonist in the game. He's actually one of the cooler protagonists of any video game character, at least I think so. He's always been pretty interesting.
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good, because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Okay, so it's gonna give us some choices here. Generally, I haven't played this game in a while, but it seems like the non-lethal approach is usually easier going in
be easier
guns
to
blazing
maintain
is
his cover
kind of a
if he's not
pain,
the only one
and
still
it
breathing
can
when this is
be
done.
pretty difficult.
Smart
So
people.
usually it's better to sneak
Yeah,
around. So
but
we'll
if
go
anything
that
does
that
happen
route.
to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
And yep, usually the tranquilizer rifle is the way to go, so we'll pick that option.
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jin out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your happy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force Actual. This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
Okay, so we're about to start here. So the way this tutorial works, it actually gives you all of your powers ahead of time, so you get to test out and play around with them and see which type of playstyle you want to go through. You know, continue out through the rest of the game if you want to go sneaky and stealth, or if you want to go loud. So it gives you all those options, and it gives you a few scenarios where you can play around with them and feel it out. Okay, so we finally have control here. The games are running pretty well, and it looks great. The sunrise is pretty beautiful. Let's zoom in and see those birds flying. They look pretty good too. Yeah, that's
Roger that.
looks pretty nice. I think I'm only running this on medium settings. I probably could have cranked it up, but I wasn't sure how it was going to run because I'm also doing screen capture. It seems like it's running pretty well. We'll keep going along with this. It already looks good enough for me, at least, anyway. So we'll keep going here. Okay, let's pick up some of these items just to see how they react. Guess we could pick up that guy, but we'll leave him. We'll jump down this hole, I guess. May take me a while to get used to the controls. Oh, there's a secret little passage here. Let's check what's back behind here. Got 100 XP for that, and we picked up a little... What is this? Triangle code? Tab, view entry. Scan with phone app. Okay, it's some kind of QR code item. That is one of the bad things, that this most recent version of Deus Ex got a little bit microtransaction. You know, with microtransactions. A few people complained about it, but I didn't find them that intrusive. It's still a really good game. So we'll keep on going here. Usually in any of these scenarios, there's multiple paths you can take. So you always have to be on the lookout for grates or ladders, just so you can try to sneak around the enemies rather than just diving right directly into them. So go ahead and climb this ladder here. I'm not sure exactly when the first enemy pops up. Should be sometime soon. I'm still kind of amazed. I forgot
What's wrong?
how good this game looks. And you have to remember too, it's running natively on Linux, and I'm using Kubuntu, the Kubuntu distribution. And it plays perfectly fine. You install it just like you do a Windows game. You download Steam, hit the install button, it runs. So now we'll chuck these boxes off. Oh, I think we almost hit one of those birds. It won't let me throw this one. That's alright, we'll keep going here. There's a nice porta potty. See if we can jump up on this. Yeah, throw that out there. Looks like that broke in half. I know some of these walls you can punch through. Ooh, there we go. Got a hypostim injector. That's nice. I think we may just have to jump over this giant wall here. Yep, there we go. Can we use this? I guess not. Let's throw that out there. Whoa. Yeah, it's nice. Through this tutorial, like I said before, you have access to all your, all your abilities. You can lift heavy objects, you can jump, you can do everything. So it kind of gives you a taste of what you can do later in the game. Let's see, we'll crouch under here. And we may have to use... Press B to open augmentation wheel. Yeah, I think we need to get our... I forget what it's called. But it's basically a special view mode that allows you to see weak points in walls and enemies. Smart vision, I think that's it. Yep, up at the top there. Okay, we'll enable that. Click our middle mouse button. Yeah, there we go. And we can break this wall here. Bust right through it. And will let us jump, yep. Alright. Looks like we have to go through that door. I don't know if it'll let us hack it yet. I think you have to turn the power on. Yeah, it's got that power symbol. Let's see if we can walk over here. Flip the power. Okay, that's on. And of course, it electrified that, so we'll have to jump up and around. Crouch, we'll get back over here and hack that to open the door. I'm hoping I can remember the hack minigame. I'm pretty sure I remember it. Let's press Q to hack it. Whoop. I think you have to have it open. Yep, there we go. Okay, press Q. Let me see if I can remember how to do this here. I think we have to get to the green point. And we start at the blue, so we'll go ahead and fortify. And we'll start capturing these areas. It's basically a race to the clock. You have to get to your objective before the red does. That point is captured. We'll do the last one here.
Access granted.
And we're good. Okay, let's open this door. And just for fun, we'll throw this over there. Throw this one too. Open this door, and yeah, I think our first two enemies are in here. Do we want tutorial mode? We'll probably skip it. Yeah, close and return to game. We'll try without it. I do remember this tutorial being kind of difficult, even on the easiest mode, but I'll, if I have to redo anything, I'll just cut it out. That way we're not watching the same gameplay over and over again. Now, usually there's another way around, but I'm not sure if there is this time. We may just have to take him out with our tranquilizer gun here. And they've almost spotted us, and that guy's down. I'll get this guy too. Come on. There we go. Yeah, especially for this tutorial mission, this tranquilizer gun is a heck of a lot easier because the other weapons they give you aren't suppressed, so they make a whole bunch of noise. So anytime you fire them, it basically alerts everyone. So it kind of ruins the entire, element of surprise. So we'll climb this ladder. Nope, that's just a toolbox. crouch under this gate here. Ooh, looks like there may be a whole bunch of goodies over here. Let's see what we got here. Did I throw that at the locker? Let's open these up.
And it's gonna hit us hard. God, I hate the fucking
I think we can smash that lock. Yep. Alright, we got some tranquilizer ammo.
Solid copy.
We'll reload, get a fresh mag in there. Get some stun gun ammo. I don't have one, but I guess we'll pick it up anyways. We'll break that lock too. Got some nice rye, spelled like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Alright, we got another structural weakness, so we'll bust through that. I think we're supposed to jump down there, yeah. Yep, looks like it. We'll go ahead. I hope. And we have all our augments, so it automatically slowed our fall. I don't think we want tutorial mode either. I think it prompts for this a few times for some reason. We'll try it here, but yeah, I don't know if I'm liking this. We may have to redo it here. We have our stealth legs activated, but I don't think it's going to help us. Let me see if there's a way to... Okay, if we push end, we can... Well, home resets the tutorial and exits this tutorial. We may have to... Yeah, we'll just exit it here. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. Take that guy out. Alright, let's reload, get a fresh mag in here. There's a guy right there. Take him out too, if we can hit him. Can't tell if it's hitting his armor and just not penetrating. Nope, I guess he's down. Keep seeing those saw blades all over the place, but they're just throwable objects. I think this game also has a mechanic similar to Metal Gear Solid, so you can actually distract enemies by throwing them in a different direction. So if you want somebody to go one way, you can throw an object, it'll hit, and they'll be able to hear it and cause a distraction for you. But we'll see if we can sneak our way through here. You have to remember too, see, you're always looking for different avenues. You never want to take the straight path unless you've upgraded yourself to, you know, go guns blazing, then you can do that. But for the rest of the builds, you're probably going to want to sneak around. Yeah, we'll close and return to game. I remember this part coming up here can get kind of difficult, so I may have to retry it a couple times, but like I said, I'm not going to make you guys rewatch gameplay videos, so if I end up failing it, I'll just cut that part out and we'll keep on going here. And whoops, I don't know what I just did there.
Want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts.
That was interesting.
But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking. How are you making out?
Okay, so yep, as expected, I failed this part a couple times, but this should be a good run here, so we'll pick back up here, and we'll take out these couple guys.
A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. Want me to grab you any spare
Like I was saying
parts?
before, this, even if you do have it on the most difficult, or I should say on the easiest setting, this game is still pretty difficult, so... Alright, we got those 2 guys taken care of. There's actually a secret passage over here to the right. We're gonna go through this door. Go down through this gas hazard and up through the grate on the other side.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster. If you can, disable it.
Roger that.
And here's where I failed multiple times before. You have to remember to take out every guy in here, otherwise one will probably be alerted and it'll ruin the entire run. You'll have to redo it all over again. And since you only have the tranquilizer gun, you won't have anything else to fight enemies off with, so you have to pick them off one by one here. So we'll go ahead here, make sure everybody's tranked. That was a pretty good shot. You do get a decent amount of XP, I noticed too, using this thing. I think they encourage you to use it, that's why they give you marksman bonuses with it. Okay, so all those guys are down. Let's go ahead and reload. Climb up this ladder here. Picked up that machine pistol, so I guess if we had to, we could use the machine pistols, but they're kind of crappy. But we'll go ahead and keep going here. Pop open this grate, hop inside, bash that one open. And I don't know if it's better to go this way or the other way, but there's guys over here, so we'll take them out. And it looks like the other guy didn't even notice, so we'll keep on going here. A mistake I made before was taking out those guys. It's probably best just to ignore them, so we'll go ahead and keep on going here. Tranquilize this guy. And I don't know if that hit him or it hit his plate carrier or his backpack. Okay, that one looks like it may have been effective. And those are pretty much the last two guys you gotta worry about right by that door there. If they get alerted, then everyone comes after you, so you have to be careful about how you take them out. I tried finding alternate ways through this. There probably is some, I just didn't have enough time to spend on it. But what I ended up doing was going back here, taking them out from a distance, and then just running right through the door. So we'll take out one here, and the second one. And of course I missed. Try again. Oh, but now the wall's in my way. I think he ducked. Okay, there we go. Yeah, once you have those two guys down, we'll run through the door, and we should be pretty much in the clear. Yep, there's no guys in here, so we should be all set.
What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helos inbound, and this sandstorm's getting close.
Open up this keypad
Negative.
and start the hack. We'll fortify first and start capturing. That's something else I forgot. You can actually capture in two directions. And we're trying to get to the green globe, so we'll keep on going. I think you can also beat it if you hack the red globes. You can actually go all the way back and fight towards them, but usually this way's faster. So we'll open the door here and we're getting another cutscene. Yeah, we're getting pretty close here.
This is Jensen. Penthouse access route secure.
And he rips that out like a cool guy,
Copy
yeah.
that. About fucking time.
Oh,
Enemy
that was
helo
pretty creepy.
sighted.
Now, if I remember correctly, this part coming up, a sandstorm comes in, and if you do it fast enough, you can save the guy. You just have to run around the perimeter. Since it's a sandstorm, the enemies can't see 5 feet in front of their face. So as long as you avoid them, you can get to the helicopter, pull the battery out of it, and save the guy in time. But it's kind of hard to do with the time crunch. But even if you fail to save the guy, it still progresses, so we'll see what we can do here.
Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now. Target's in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on our ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Augs. They're getting harder to come by. Guns are still on the chopper. Show me the cash, quick, and we'll...
What the? The park has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller, this isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the Jinn.
They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up on
Greedy. Make it a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
Okay, nice. We have control again.
Closing in. We're gonna lose Singh. Jensen, I can't reach him.
And I'm pretty sure all we have to do is take the elevator down. You may be able to jump, but you may not survive, so I'll take the elevator down.
Jensen, this sandstorm might have just bought us some time, but you need to disable
Yeah, and like I
that
said
chopper.
before, so once we get down there, the sandstorm hits. All you have to do is stay to the, I believe it's the left side perimeter. Avoid all enemies if you can. Get to the helicopter as fast as you can, and just pull out the, I believe it's a battery. You pull out the battery that disables it, and the tutorial's over. So we'll see if we can follow that strategy here. It's kind of hard to see, and my X-ray vision keeps running out of juice. But we'll get there as fast as we can.
Man down! Man down!
Who's hit?
And yep, we failed to save the guy. I'm pretty sure to save the guy you have to make a beeline directly for it, which you could probably do and just dodge the gunfire, but it's kind of unrealistic. Not that this game is realistic in any sense, but... So yep, we got to the chopper, and we pulled it
Chopper's been
out.
grounded. Repeat.
Jensen!
You're welcome.
Shit.
Artificial eyes to prosthetic limbs.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all.
We will merge with machines, with
When
computers.
this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you. No, stop! And plan. Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
What kind of madness has gripped mechanically augmented people?
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Panchaea has been downgraded to a recovery mission.
The Czech Republic leads a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
It's a new world, Adam. It's afraid of people like us.
Bust into safe and secure segregation. Serenade Industries closed its doors today.
You didn't think it would end with the AUG incident, did you?
We were victims. This is retribution for a tragedy we cannot control.
They control the news. They buried the truth with disinformation.
Multiple detonations. Looks like car bombs.
Another terrorist attack, this time in a police station.
The United Nations Security Council has tasked
A new
Interpol.
anti-terrorist intelligence and response team will have
Task Force 29.
Agent Jensen.
I won't let it happen again.
What have the events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of them. This sandstorm didn't help.
The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale of success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come round eventually. We are all in this for the long game, after all.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The Og incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course. That is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Paige. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
How secure your communications, Bob? Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective...
Jaina's won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Paige, activate the sleep cell.
Okay, so here we are. The initial cutscene is over. I've always thought they did a really good job with those cutscenes. They mix CGI and live action, and the way they cut it and mix it always looks really interesting. So.
Miller, it's Jensen. Just getting off the train now.
Copy that. We'll debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
Hot off.
No, I'm afraid they are not. What? The papers are no good. You just let my wife think.
You, come here.
Me?
Yes, you.
What's your name? Vladimir Shukras.
Oh, so sorry.
Very sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, cool. Damn Clank. Why don't you watch where you're going?
Here, let me help you with that, ma'am.
Yeah, I think this is one of Adam Jensen's allies. I don't remember her from the original game. So she may be a character.
Yeah.
I don't know, too. I just noticed it.
I'm glad you're all right,
Can't
Adam.
tell
Amber's
if
sounded pretty bad,
that's supposed to be part of the game. There's some... It looks like almost like a dot matrix
I'm sure your
over
task
that
force will come
lady's
up with
face.
something.
And you can see
bet
it
it won't be what the
occasionally
Juggernaut
with other
Collective
characters,
digs up.
too. I don't know if that's intentional or it's a glitch with Linux,
Kinda
but
odd, though,
that's the
don't
first
you
time I've
think?
ever noticed it.
Interpol sending your team, the Prague team, to Dubai in the first place?
Miller said they were scrambling. Last minute intel. We were the only strike team available.
Yeah, well, that's a lie.
Better get moving. The Collective has been keeping tabs on all task force divisions ever since we slipped you into one of them. They've got a team in Oman, moving a hell of a lot faster than you guys.
So why send us?
I don't know. If the task force is an Illuminati front, like we all suspect, it doesn't make much sense to send it into an ambush.
Unless they wanted our team to see something. Officially.
Augowe, sprawdźcie si papiery. Sprawdźcie si papiery na inspekcję.
Don't make a scene, Adam.
Wouldn't dream of it, Alex.
Nie zastawuj się!
I swear it's gotten even worse here in the past few days. Everyone looking over their shoulder. Terrified Augs like us are going to attack them again.
Somebody probably will. Treat people like animals long enough, they'll start acting like animals.
You say that like there's nothing we could do to stop it.
I already tried 2 years ago. It didn't work out so well.
So what? Are you saying we should just give up? Let hatred and prejudice take over? To hell with that!
I'm saying I can only go after enemies I see, Alex. The men who caused all this, the true power brokers, they're the ones I need to stop. I thought you knew that.
I do. You, me, the Juggernaut Collective, we're all trying to stop them. It doesn't mean turning a blind eye to...
Then help me find them.
Get back in line, sir.
Hold it! Hand over your papers. Just watch yourself, Clank.
I can't believe you're doing that.
You brought this on yourself.
Put your hands off of that.
Make this any harder than it has to.
I hate this city. Come on. If you're right about Dubai, about the Illuminati needing your team as witnesses, then we need to find out why. Who gave you the order to mobilize?
Miller did. But it probably came from someone higher up the chain.
Doesn't mean he's not in on it. Ever heard of the NSN?
A neural subnet, sure. In TF-29, directors use it to plan ops and communicate privately in cyberspace. What's this?
Whisper chip. Custom-made wiretap device. Janus designed it to fit inside the NSN's motherboard.
Ah, the elusive Janus. Leader of the hacktivists. Am I ever gonna meet this guy?
Someday, maybe. Right now you need to concentrate on Miller and find a way to access the NSN's motherboard.
Okay, yep, and there's the explosion that kind of kicks off this game. Basically what happens is your augments get damaged in this explosion, and that's what starts the game. You have to spend the rest of the game rebuilding or repairing your augments, and you get more and more powerful as you go along.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, that's probably as far as I'll go. I want to keep these kind of short. I don't want to do a full Let's Play. My goal is just to get you guys to see what types of games you can play on Linux. You know, Windows isn't necessary really anymore to play even AAA games. You know, a few years ago this was a AAA game. So you may not be able to play the most recent AAA games, but like I said, this one runs natively on Linux. I think even when it came out, it ran natively on Linux, at least through Steam. So that should be about it. Thanks for watching.
Stand back, let me help.